One, I realized that I was talking for a while without even realizing that I had been cut off. So I was playing back on where I had stopped. I was talking about purpose and how twin flames inherently have purpose. So I'm back again, and so I'm going to give it a couple of minutes until all of y'all come in. Okay, let me see if you are all able to see me. Okay. There was a sign that said that basically uh, that I needed to check my router, and I did check my router, and it looks perfectly fine. So I don't know why, whenever I'm talking about intense topics like this, and I'm making certain correlations in particular, this has to happen. But again, who knows what's happening? But well. So I'm gonna try because I really don't know what I spoke. I think I went for a good couple of minutes after I was cut off. So I was talking about purpose. So when one goes through that state of intense awakening, one no longer feels there is a purpose because you go to a point where there is no purpose at all. No, that is the state of self realization, soul realization, the state of oneness, non duality, going beyond the state of needing or wanting or doing or everything. So, purpose is what's multidimensional. Purpose is what's very unique and very special. And when one has a purpose, they decide to stay. And that's what happens for twin flames. You already have a purpose. Your purpose is to remember who you are and to come into multidimensional union. As I was describing in the first part of my video about how you're initially seeing your divine masculine in full form, material form, and you are experiencing all of the material aspects of things. And then slowly you are going through periods of exploration and understanding. And this is somewhat magnified during the period of separation. Because you see, if you are in the honeymoon stage for a very, very long time or throughout the rest of your lifetime, you would have you wouldn't go beyond that state. It would just you wouldn't be going through spiritual evolution. That's what I'm saying. So the separation state, okay, so again, it's a metaphor, right, guys? When the soul is feeling separation from superconsciousness, it is in a separation state. When we are feeling separation from our divine counterpart, our divine masculine, that is a separation state as well. And what does a soul want to do eventually? It is always drawn to go back home. So, same thing, because you're split into two and you're experiencing duality, divine feminine and divine masculine, all you're drawn is to recognizing the other part of you in another body. And only in separation can you go through this state of awakening due to the push that you have within to find out what this journey is about. So in a way, what yogis may take millions of years to attain, lovers only go through a few years of struggle and suffering to realize the secrets of this universe. So that's what I felt. The gap in knowledge was, a lot of teachers, oops, a lot of teachers have written about, let me just, I don't know why I got it to my AirPods. All right. I don't know why all of a sudden I got connected to my AirPods, so I wasn't sure. Must be something that I was going to say, and now I lost my thought. Oh no, now I really lost my thought. So, what I was going to say is that what may take an individual soul to master, the art of transcendence and evolution, somehow when you're on a twin flame journey, it happens much quicker because of the elements that are involved in the twin flame journey per se. But again, twin flames are not here for self realization or enlightenment or samadhi. You are here for so many other reasons. So you're going to go beyond these aspects of self realization. So that is the correlation I was going to make. So, as much as there is a lot of information available for self and soul and enlightenment and samadhi stages, the correlation between the twin flame journey and spiritual awakening, spiritual evolution, and awareness and all is what I'm hoping to feel with the guidance of God. Absolutely. When it comes to the twin flame journey, it all works on vibration. No matter what you do, no matter how much you may defy the journey, go against the journey, run away from the journey, run towards the journey, inherently, you will be in at a point where nothing else matters except for your divine counterpart. And that is the very point your soul exploration and self evolution begins. So, another beautiful thing about being in the twin flame journey is that you experience everything. You experience the worst pain, worse than the worst of hells. And you also experience bliss like no other. So you're pretty much going through every experience possible when you are on a twin flame journey. It's like every cell in your body is calling out to be awakened. And as starseeds, we have certain things that are different as well. Within our body, we have further unique strands of DNA. Again, when activated, we're experiencing more. Like I said, for some souls, the very purpose is self realization, awakening, merging with super consciousness, and going back home. For twin flames, there could be a multi layered reason or purpose. And we have gone into the core of these matters in other discourses, like why twin flames are here, the reason one is stuck, the other comes in to get the other one, some you go in together to save other soul family members. There are many, many, many reasons. And because as star seeds and twin flames, we already come from advanced planets and civilizations, we've kind of already gone through this soul mastery, the understanding. So the work is already done there. So that's why it doesn't end at samadhi or we can't say it doesn't end there. That is a space of experience. But then within the twin flame journey, the ability in order to experience things go beyond the notions of levels or stages or periods or whatever else you may call it. It goes, it weaves into consciousness in itself, and consciousness experiences this grand, grand, grand purpose, journey, union. So that's why twin flame journey is, twin flame union, twin flame merging is celebrated. And it is shared in every culture out there, in every religious text out there, every spiritual text out there. The merging of the yin and the yang is so beautifully documented in so many different ways. And they do connect back to the core of the twin flame experience and the journey. And that's why today's topic is so crucial and vital. Looking, exploring, thinking about the different stages of enlightenment for twin flames in itself and what ascension is like force, forms the core of your journey and your experience. So, in a way, the different stages of enlightenment, again, I spoke about enlightenment and the stages of samadhi in general, but in the context of twin flames, different stages comes from recognition of your twin in the material body in a material way, going through obsessive states of trying to figure out why you're feeling the way you're feeling, having that obsessive state of just wanting to be together for sometimes you even wonder what is the purpose of being together, the need, the necessity, and then you slowly transcend the state to surrender. And that's when you're surrendering to God, you're surrendering to super consciousness and trying to figure out what this is all about. So that becomes the second stage of enlightenment for twin flames. And then the third stage is you are at a stage of non attachment. You no longer see your divine counterpart, your divine masculine, as an individual anymore. You see him beyond his personality, his character, his role, who he is, the I am consciousness. It goes beyond that. And that's when you start seeing, feeling, experiencing multidimensional aspects of your divine counterpart through dreams, consciously, subconsciously. So that's the third stage. And fourth stage is merging beyond the matrix. The merging beyond the matrix is constantly happening. Then slowly you are anchoring it down to the matrix, and that's when twin flame union takes place. So, in a way, that is the kind of lightness, the enlightenment one is going to feel within the matrix. So you are in the matrix, but you're experiencing the merging, the union that's outside of the matrix. So when you have mastered that stage, eventually you go into stage 5, which is formal union in the physical realm, in the physical world. So you are like starting off with the desire to be with your twin flame in the material world, and then you are ending the cycle with detachment, no desire, but you are in union. So in a way, both of you have you evolved to the point where you just go through the experience of mere surrender. And that's why awakened twin flame union is so consistent, and you go on exploring and evolving multidimensionally. So that is the beauty of it. So I have actually, in a very beautiful summarized the different stages of enlightenment for twin flames. And again, I am sharing this with my own words, with my own channeling, with my own examples. So take what you may resonate. So in a way, this is the true ascension of twin flames. So once you've mastered these stages, then what you're going to experience beyond is also going to be unlimitedly beautiful. So then you have many choices whether you want to merge back, go into the anti-material worlds and stay with super consciousness, or be in like the 11th dimension or 12th dimension, or in different dimensions, or in different spaces, or in different multiverses. It all becomes up to you. So you are at that point of major creative consciousness. So that's the beauty of it all, right? The beauty of your twin flame journey, in a way, is like you carry 50-50 of what you need to do. So the parts that you are not doing, your divine masculine is doing, and what your divine masculine is doing, you are doing. So in a way, you're both like constantly helping one another grow and evolve and shine, and creating this whole beautiful reality of existence in itself. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's discourse. I know it was very technical, so some of you all might have found it boring. But the reason why to go to through those levels is for you guys to feel that connection. So what one may do in an individual way of mastering the mind, the body, and attaining the soul, when you're on a twin flame journey, you are doing it together. So that is the difference and that is the similarity. And again, we can talk about this topic for forever. There's so much. But when you live more out of the matrix, when you live in that quantum field of expansion and infinity, you will not feel fear anymore, because fear comes from that state of limitedness. Fear comes from the state that we are running out of time. I need to get into union with my divine counterpart because I don't have time left. But when you realize we live in, our soul is of a timeless existence, there is no time, then you will realize there's no fear and there's only surrender and detachment. And beyond that, the connection is always there. And that is when you're truly awakened to the purpose of the divine marriage, which is divine union, that happens simultaneously, multidimensionally. So with that, I'll wrap up my discourse for today. And if you guys have any questions, I'm going to open the floor for another 5-10 minutes before I start the channeling. Thank you, Irene. I will note that in my notes. Again, guys, if you want a channeling, feel free to send a tip. Well, it will mean a lot to me, and I can spend more time creating content for you guys. All right, Irene. Is there any gaps do you guys want me to clarify or explain? Is there anything else you want me to delve deeper in terms of consciousness, exploration, why twin flames feel this way when it comes to spiritual awakening? Is there anything? Please let me know. I don't know why there's a lag in me receiving comments, but yes, do let me know. Jessica is saying, it's so painful. I forgot to calm myself. I lose myself in it, and then when I come around, it's so peaceful. I feel everything around me. Thank you so much for this topic. I needed it so much. Oh, Jessica, you're most welcome. Again, all praise to God, all praise to super consciousness. I'm so glad I was able to channel this topic for you all and draw comparison to existing works that has been coined, channeled by other great ascended masters. So I'm so happy to bring it all together for you all today. And I tried my best with my own experience and knowledge to try to explain it. But certain things, when it comes to enlightenment, can't really be described in words. It's more of an eternal stage of experience. So again, I'll revisit this topic again, absolutely. And I really wanted to fill the gap, because there's a lot of gaps of knowledge between enlightenment and the twin flame journey. And today's purpose, the purpose of today's discourse, was to fill the gaps. And hopefully I hope I did justice to this topic, and I was able to connect the beautiful samadhi stages with the twin flame journey and what is the purpose and everything. So, again, thank you so much, Jessica. That means a lot. So, I'm really glad that you resonated with today's topic. So, Shannon has got a very, very beautiful question. And her question is, how do we know if our DMs are in the process of awakening? So that is the beauty of it, right? So every level you're experiencing is what your divine masculine is kind of feeling. So, in a way, when you are at a certain stage of awareness, your divine masculine is also at a certain stage of awareness. So, example, when you're dropping to like fear states or confusion states or states of questioning everything, your divine masculine is mirroring the exact the exact thing as well. So it is very, very connected to what stage you are in. I do say that the divine masculine is often 6 months behind. You're 6 months ahead. But another thing I wanna tell you guys as I'm channeling is that that is true. Um, that is true to a certain extent. But what is actually happening is that you're both awakening two aspects of your soul at the same time. So, as you are ascending and awakening and spiritually navigating through certain aspects of your journey, your divine masculine is doing it in another way. So, you're doing it the feminine way, and your masculine is doing it the masculine way. So, for example, like when you are awakening, you are also like going through that intense questioning of what is this reality, why am I doing this, but you are like connecting it with you're connecting it with union. So as the divine feminine, you often think how far union is depicts where you and your DM are in the journey of awakening. So I want you guys to like, shift away from that expectation, because that expectation is what may be causing you that inherent gap or that block or that obstacle in truly going through that process of awakening in itself. So when you're going through all this questioning, your divine masculine is also going through all this questioning about what is happening, who you are, what it is, why do I think about her all the time, why do I feel about her all the time, why is she on my mind and my heart, and every aspect of my being only thinks about her. You're doing it with awareness. You are doing it knowing that, hey, I'm on a twin flame journey, that's why I'm feeling about my divine masculine the way I'm feeling about him. But what is going on with your divine masculine is that he is not aware of the divine nature of your connection. So he is questioning everything in the aspect of, why am I thinking about her all the time? Why do I feel something with her that I don't feel with anyone else? So you're both awakening. So you're both exactly at the same stage of awakening, but you're experiencing things differently. So, to answer your question, how do we know if our DMs are in the process of awakening? Where you are is a reflection of where your DM is. All right. Gabriela's question is, hi Vash, not sure if this question is related to this topic or anything, but lately I've been having spells of lightheadedness. What could it be due to, please? This is due to the eclipse that has happened, the lunar eclipse that happened a couple of days back, and the solar eclipse that's upcoming. So you are experiencing those major energetic shifts that's going on right now. So that's what you're going through. Next question. What if DM acknowledges the connection but still goes through the cycles? Well, same thing. You may be acknowledging the connection, but you're also going through cycles of remembering, not remembering, spiritually evolving, then going a few steps back. So you're actually perfectly mirroring each other at every stage. And often, what happens is that it's the raw emotions of the lower dimensions that tend to dominate certain aspects of your growth at certain stages. So, in other words, what happens is that so your divine masculine, just like you, becomes aware of the connection but has not become aware. So like the same thing, when divine feminines first recognize this journey as a twin flame journey, one may have not fully understood the extent of what this journey is about. So you may be under the notion that, hey, all I have to do is to be together with my twin flame, because of my inherent need to be loved and to love. So, same thing, your DM may also look at the twin flame journey in a very superficial way. So, you're both going through those cycles and mirroring each other. So in some cases, you may be 6 months ahead, but you're not far from each other. That's my point. That's why when union takes place, from my own experience, when you are at that state of like completely detached to any kind of expectation or outcome, you somehow mirror that to your divine counterpart too. And that's when union awakens, like I was describing it a while ago, the different stages of enlightenment that happens for twin flames, from that first stage where you're just materially obsessed with your twin flame to the final stage where you're completely, all you recognize each other is as a soul. So there is no obsession, there is no need anymore. You just are together purely on the state of vibration you're vibrating on. So when you first meet, you do experience higher dimensions, higher vibrations, and that's why you're just spending a lot of time with each other. But when separation hits, you really go down, and then it's you building your way up to that dimension that you first recognized with awareness. So that's what's actually going on. So eventually when you get into union, you are in a state of non-attachment anymore, like what you felt, what you thought, hey, I'm going to die if my DM is not with me. You will not be in that stage anymore. You're just going to enjoy being with your divine counterpart beyond your senses. So when you are in that kind of union, you are no longer perceiving each other through your usual five senses anymore. So you're literally merged in every aspect, in every dimension. So even in the 3D physical world, your soul is merged. You're just in two bodies. So that's what's going on, and I hope I've answered your question. So again, I know I haven't started the channeling yet. Shannon, you're most welcome. All right, Chris, that's a very beautiful question. So, Chris's question is enlightenment somewhere we stay or just a state we visit? I feel like I regularly have moments of pure awareness, then I get sucked back into the material world. I feel a sense of peace that is constant, irregardless. Is that a stage of enlightenment? All right. Firstly, let's break down the terminology enlightenment. Enlightenment basically become means you are becoming light, you're becoming light. So in terms of weight, you're becoming light, and in terms of material form, you become light too. Enlightenment in itself is transcending from density to pure light. So that's what's going. So, yes, it is a state that you may be visiting for periods of time and then coming back to the density, to the 3D reality, which is very, very dense. So it's very normal in the very initial stages where you're still adjusting to. So that's what I described in my the first part in previously. I was going through all the different stages of samadhi and the I am awareness, and then coming to that level, and then you're attaining that level of bliss, and then there comes a point where it's beyond bliss. You're no longer even at that state of needing or wanting to be in a blissful state. And then the final stage of enlightenment within the 3D material universe is the state of nothingness, right? And in order to come, but when you are in a 3D body, it's okay because you may be going up and down. So if you have a particular purpose, you're coming back to earth. So some so if you are in that state for a certain period of time, you never come back. So in a way, your mind, your physical body, your physical nature is holding you back as well. So that is one part which I would delve deeper at another time. But Chris, what you're feeling is completely normal. It it can be a state that you just visit. Another thing is, it could be a state that you're fully aware of, but you're still navigating through the different dimensions. So that means you're aware that such a state exists, and there are stages beyond that that exist too, but you are living in the moment, in the present, and you're fully embracing your material self and enjoying life as it is. So, from pure awareness, you're coming back into the material world, but you're still aware of, of who you are and what you're experiencing. It is so, it's not really a state, it is actually who you are. So, you're visiting or remembering who you are, and then you're coming down to this illusory world. So that's what's happening. So it's not just a state to visit, it's actually awakening to your purest essence and then falling asleep back. So let me use this analogy. So what is happening is that when you feel like you are visiting these stages, you're waking temporarily and then you're falling asleep again. So that's what's going on. So that moments you're having pure awareness is when you are awakening. And then when you fall asleep again, you're back into the material world. But because you're aware of how it feels like when you're awakened, you remember it. So that's why, regardless of where you are, you're able to connect to that state of awakening. So I hope I've answered your question, Chris. And you're welcome, Gabriella Mackenzie. Yeah, he literally knows we're twins and says it, but like returns to the same state. Thank you. Don't worry, Mackenzie. It will improve. It will get better. Jem, this separation feels different. Other separations, I felt like my soul was just moaning, but this separation, we talk, but I don't feel separated. I still feel very connected. So you are experiencing another stage in awakening and in soul merging. So that's why you are not really feeling that separation anymore, because you have come into that awareness, that spiritual awakening, that you are no longer in separation. So that's what you're going through, Jen. And Chris, thank you so much. Chris says, thank you so much. You made it so clear. That's what I heard when you were talking in the beginning. For the record, it's my mind that pulls me back for joy. Yes, that's what the mind does for everybody, you know. So, example, very simply, why do you have fear with regards to your twin flame relationship? Why do you have a fear that he's never going to come back? I'm never going to see him again. I miss him so much, and I'm so afraid that I won't see him again. I'll do anything. And why? This is your mind speaking. You know, the desperation, the fear, it all comes from the mind. But when you go beyond it, you realize, hey, we are eternal, we are limitless, we're going to be here forever. So why the fear when we have unlimited amount of time to come back to each other? So this is what happens. So when you're constantly in that state of sadness or obsession or fear, what happens is that your vibration lowers down. And when your vibration lowers down and down and down, it makes it worse. That's what's happening technically, guys. That's why, I'm saying week after week in every video of mine, It all goes down to your vibration. If your like if you hack your vibration to vibrate at a certain level, everything is going to be fine. But when you don't, what happens is that you're stuck in this like cycle where you are going up and down, round and round and round and round and round. You feel like you're going 4 steps up and then you're going 10 steps down and then you are in states of growth. But once you start being aware that you are the dreamer and you are dreaming and you are sometimes awakening, then you will be awake more. Once the dreamer realizes that he's the dreamer, then waking up becomes more easy. Not easy. You are just aware that you're asleep, and when you're aware you're asleep, you are kind of awake. Thank you, Chris. Mackenzie, do you feel like babies are drawn to you? Like, of course, all the time. Children, pets, children are always drawn to vibrations. That's why if someone is like negative, children tend to cry a lot. And children know because they're so innocent, they're so high vibrational, so they're naturally drawn to vibrational people. And also they can see beyond, they're still in that transition from the other world to this world. So in other words, babies are still awake, falling asleep a bit by bit. So yes, so babies are drawn to twin flames. Divine feminines, divine masculines, all alike. It's very beautiful, this whole experience in a way. And there is so much, there's so much growth that is taking place. And once you start treating every moment as beautiful as it is and putting all the trust with God and the universe, you will notice subtle changes and you will eventually get into union. And often it happens, when you're completely detached to any kind of outcome. Oh dear, I don't know which part it got cut out. But yes, I did say, yes, babies and children are drawn to high vibrational people. So, yes, they are drawn to us because twin flames, we are vibrating at a certain frequency that is very, yeah, children, pets, animals are all drawn to us. So I hope, or you can probably watch a replay of my explanation. Anyway, guys, any more questions with regards to this topic before I start the channeling? And guys, it is a very, very intensive period. So I highly recommend you guys to get the solar eclipse special intensive twin flames healing at 133 USD. Again, I've only limited spots because it's going to be conducted on the day itself. So book your spots quick. Also, I have got the special Twin Flames Mercury Retrograde healing, which I also highly recommend because this is going to be a very intense Mercury retrograde due to the eclipse energies. I really, really recommend both these services, so do book them. Guys, again, any more questions before I am going to start with the channeling? Again, I didn't expect. No, my lives are just getting longer and longer and longer. Against God's blessing, sometimes, my family would ask, like, how do you even do it? How do you sit through 3 hours of talking? I'm like, it's all God's grace. It's all those energies beyond the matrix, like quantum energies. If not, I don't think I'll be able to talk nonstop for 3 hours. So, all praise to God. And again, I have tried my best to fill the gaps in knowledge, but again, more questions. When more questions arise, it's better because it truly reflects that you are invested in this journey of awakening. And again, if you guys want me to do certain topics, please suggest them either in my file, you can message me directly, and yes, any topics you want. Yes, Mackenzie, your parents can be twins, your grandparents can be twins as well. So often twin flames tend to birth twin flames too, and there's a reason behind it, to live by example. So some cases may not, some cases may be. So when your parents are twins, you start to see unconditional love from the beginning. And like I said, some twin flames are fully awakened, so they don't even go any of these stages at all. It really, really, really depends. Anyway, any last questions before I'm going to start the channeling? I'm going to update the list. Give me a second. If I've missed anyone, please let me know. All right, I'm going to read the list. Any last questions? I think there isn't any. But again, if there's anything, I can always address them next week. So this is the list for this week. I've got Rachel, I've got Dawn, I've got Shannon, I've got Mai, I've got Laura, I've got Irene, I've got Goodney, I've got Marion, I've got Shay, I've got Nicole, I've got Jordan, I've got Ainola, I've got Gabriella, and I've got Nisa. So, guys, you guys can time yourself accordingly. And I'm going to start with the channeling in a bit. Perfect timing. Yes, I was just reading out the list, Jordan, like the order of my channelings, because the order of my channeling comes from when you send me the tips. So just to be fair to everyone. So yeah, so I just read the order. So now you guys can time yourself because, I'll be taking anywhere between a couple of minutes per channeling, depends, really depending on what I'm guided to. So yeah, so that's why I called out your name. Oh, I did. So I'll just read the list again. Rachel, Dawn, Shannon, Mai, Laura, Irene, Goodney, Marion, Shay, Nicole, Jordan, Ainola, Gabriella, and Nisa. Okay, Rachel's question is, I'm tired and confused. No communication at the moment. General energy checked. Rachel, what is going on is things are very heightened emotionally because of the eclipse energy. So it is really, really wrecking your divine masculine. So that's why he is in the period of no communication, because he is battling his own inner fears and pain and challenges. So it's quite extreme right now what he's going through. So in a way, what would have happened is that if you guys were communicating, things might have become amplified. So there is a reason why there is temporary no communication at the moment between you. But I do sense a lot of heaviness with your divine masculine's energies. He's very, very sensitive to the eclipse energies and just feel like he's going through a roller coaster, and every time he's going through things like this he becomes very nasty in his expression, and it's very unfair because he projects it and burdens it all on you. But having said that, you may, even though you might not be in 3D communication with him, but you're still feeling everything that he's going through, and it's intense, it's hard, it's painful, and you're like just thinking, what is it that I'm going to do? What should I do? And you're just going back and forth with regards to this. So it is painful in a way. Oh, happy birthday to your DM, Rachel. So he's definitely not having a very happy birthday emotionally, feelings wise, but to the outside external world, he might put up a front that he's celebrating, but the reality is he is going through something that's very intense, and only you would understand, Rachel, because you are a witness to what he's going through. So the messages I'm getting from your DM is that he's just saying, I'm struggling, I'm suffering, I'm in so much pain, I'm barely surviving, and please forgive me, Rachel. I'm just a mess, and I'm just so intertwined with pain and suffering. I just don't know how to come out of it, and I just wish things will change. He's saying that deep down he knows it will change, but he's just struggling at that moment, and he's just saying that when he's better he will reach out, but for now he's just at his worst possible state, and these are very raw emotions, 1 2 3D lower dimensional energies. So what he's saying, what I'm picking up from his mind, are very raw and very painful. But the messages I'm getting from his higher self is that he feels more hopeful that when he comes out of this, he will be more awakened, he will be more healed, he will be more aware, and he will thread through this relationship in a more sensitive manner. So that is what your divine masculine is saying. So the messages I'm getting from your guides are, Rachel, is that this is a period of intense introspection. So you may find yourself moving from periods of surrender to periods of intense emotional release. So this week is going to be like that. Again, 11/11, as I say this, 11/12 now. Um, with Mercury retrogrades energies, it might intensify further. So it's going to be an intense week, but after the 8th of April, the energies will absolutely calm down. Finally, your guides want you to keep being who you are, keep being the strong women you have always are, you've always have been, and things will get better and everything will continue to flourish, expand, and grow. So I hope you have enjoyed this channeling, Rachel. And next up, yes, Rachel, his pain is very intense at the moment. Very. Hi, Jackson. All right. So next up, I've got Dawn. Dawn, dearest, are you here? And do you have a particular question at mind? Just going to give it a minute for Dawn. Perfect. Do you have a particular question, Dawn? Okay, so let me pick on Dawn's energies. Dawn, you are going through this great period of exploration, awakening, enlightenment, spiritual growth, spiritual intensity. It's as though every cell in your body is remembering, is awakening. So everything that you come across, every individual, every material that you read, it's all making sense to your own experience. So it's like everything is everything that you are, you're experiencing, and everything external that is coming your way is immersing into that experience for further amplification and clarification. So, in other words, you are going through this beautiful, intensive, deep, multi dimensional roller coaster ride. I don't know what other analogy to use, but it is intense. It's like you are just experiencing everything at once, all versions of yourself, from the highest to the lowest. So it's like from states of fear to ecstasy. You're just going back and forth, and your own higher self, looking at what you're going right now, will describe it as a tapestry of life in itself. So that's what's going on energetically. You're just on a full blown awakening, awareness, spiritual evolution mode. So you're just having this deep sense of connection to the oneness of everything. So you're like transcending, transcended, transcending to points of nothingness and beyond. So you are experiencing points of nothingness with full awareness, perceiving it beyond your usual senses. So that's what's going on individually. So what's happening in the 3D material world? Again, as a star seed, being very responsible and always intertwining everything with your mission and purpose, you are doing the best you can. And what I'm seeing in terms of your life and experience is that you're going to encounter opportunities that's going to come your way without trying. And it's going to prove to be the best opportunities in building your 3D life in this 3D space. So, in other words, there are going to be golden opportunities that's going to come your way, and it's just going to pierce through any inherent obstacles that may be placed in your path by the not so good energies. So, in a way, it's like a part of you is experiencing the expansive universe, and another part of you is trying to anchor and find and anchoring and finding its place within the material universe, leading leading to the best part path forward. The messages I'm getting from your guides are, it might be a period of intense clarity and pockets of confusion, but it will all lead to where you are being guided to go. And everything that is happening right now is happening for a reason, uncovering certain spiritual truths, experiencing certain things that as a soul you always wanted to experience pre earth. And that inherent joy that you are experiencing as you awaken more and more to your spiritual self. So, in the twin flame front, that's what's going on with your divine masculine too. You're both in that stage of utter detachment, and you're both experiencing, witnessing things in a very, very intense way. So that's what's going on energetically. So, future forecast, this is always the exciting part. Career wise, you're going to get the best, and the best is yet to appear before your eyes, but it's going to happen very fast. On the job front, you're going to get a massive, massive opportunity that it's going to be more than you expected or wished for. It's going to be a job that is created specifically for you, which brings a lot of abundance financially. Also, it's just going to be very fulfilling, and it's also going to set the foundation to a lot of other things that you're going to do in the future. It's all going to be connected, and it's going to appear before you very, very soon by the great blessings of God and super consciousness. You are going to feel it, see it. You already know it, no? But it's going to appear before you. Things will go really well. Your travels will be successful. It will go very smoothly. The abundance required for the travels will also come and balance out. So, your guides are saying that they've got you, they are here for you all the time, supporting every step of the way, everything that you're feeling, experiencing. As far as your chakras, you're experiencing the golden chakra activation. So you're really, really seeing through the past, present, and future. So you're just awakening to more of these activations that's coming through in a massive rate. So this is a period of awakening, remembering, activating for your inherent missions, external, internal, so much. So may God bless you always, Dawn, and I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. So next up, I have got Shannon. Let me go look at Shannon's question. Oops. Okay, let me look. All right, Shannon's questions today are: how can I connect more with my twins higher self and my soul team guides, and a general reading for us? All right, just give me a second. I'm going to start your channeling in a bit. Okay. Shannon, are you here? Probably you're not here. Anyway, guys, I happy Easter to all of you celebrating. I should have said it at the start of my show. I'm so sorry about that. In my mind, I was like, I'm going to say, and somehow we got intertwined with this enlightenment topic that it didn't come through. But again, wish you all a happy and successful and prosperous Easter. So, Shannon, I am going to channel your questions. So, to answer your first question, how can you connect more with your twins higher self and your soul team guides? A very easy and practical way of connection is, number one, you can talk to your divine masculine as you're talking to like anyone in your 3D life. But the responses you're going to receive is not going to be very 3D. Often, initial stages, you may just experience silence, intense silence, and you may think that the silence that you're experiencing is no communication or no response to the conversation you're having. But the more you do it, eventually you will start getting a response, but not quite literally, but more telepathically. So for example, you're asking your twin's higher self, hey, what stage is your 3D self on? Or why am I going through all this pain and suffering? Why is there a purpose? Is there a mission? Is there a reason? Or anything like that? Then you will slowly start to get the answers. And the same thing with your soul team guides as well. So a very practical method would be to talk or write. You can write like messages with questions, and then you can put it under your bed before you fall asleep so you may dream the communication from your twin's higher self and your soul guide. So these are some practical ways. Energetically, keep vibrating higher, and then the communication will intensify as well. But you're doing really, really well, Shannon. I always admire you for your tenacity and grit, and you're just always trying and doing your best. So good things will always come ahead for you. And everything that you may see right now as something impossible, like how will this ever change, you will find a solution and a cure for everything, because you're destined for greater purpose together with your divine counterpart. So as I go into the general reading aspect for the both of you, what is happening is truly extreme, intense, and painful for the both of you, because you are in this intense period of growth right now. So you may be experiencing all kinds of challenges and obstacles on your path, on your way. Things that you may feel, hey, this is not quite how I imagined my life to be, or this is just not fair. Why do I have to go through this constant period of pain and suffering? So your divine masculine is also experiencing this. So it is a very challenging period for the both of you, and it's just amplified and intensified by the energies of the eclipse, and Mercury retrograde is going to amplify it in a way. That's one thing. Secondly, you are also going through a period of deep self exploration, and that is mirrored to your divine masculine too. So you're both awakening to more and more parts of yourself, multidimensional aspects of yourself. So there is intense depth, there's intense growth, there is a significant change in experience and awareness as well. So, the messages I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he's basically saying this is a crucial period for growth and expansion for the both of you. And it is painful because navigating between 3D, 4D, and 5D is proving to be very challenging. So a part of him is just completely intertwined with the 3D world, and then the other parts of him that's just trying to make sense of it all and going to operating from the soul. So this is what he's feeling. So his 3D self is just going through a lot of pain and struggle and suffering. He almost feels hopeless. He's saying that he feels so painful and he feels so hopeless and he just feels so stuck in this 3D reality. And he's seeking your forgiveness because he says that you keep coming through in his dreams and his thoughts, and he wants to see you so badly, but he just doesn't want to hurt you further. And this is his biggest question in his heart. With that, Shannon, your guides want you to know that good things are coming ahead for the both of you, and for you to really, really stay strong, because luck and abundance are coming your way, and you're meant to shine. With that, Shannon, I hope I hope you resonate with today's reading, and I hope you enjoyed this one. With that, next up, I'm going to go to Mai. Are you here? Oh, you're most welcome, Shannon. Okay, I'm going to give it a second for Mai. I'm going to read some of the comments here. So, Dawn, you're most welcome. Dawn is saying that was so on point. You actually said some of my thoughts verbatim that went through my head today. Oh, and Mackenzie's saying, so crazy as I'm listening with no headphones, cause while practicing my life purpose, a mysterious mosquito always pops up. Probably your spirit animal, Mackenzie. All right. So I am going to go on to my. I'm going to read the list. So my, Laura, Irene, Goodney, Marion, Shane, Nicole, Jordan, Ainola, Gabriella, Nisa, and Chris as well. Okay, so my question is, why is my DM backing away from me and going to see other females and spending time with them? All right. My heart goes out to you. This is a very, very challenging period. It's like all of your greatest fears are just coming out. The eclipse has a way of bringing out the darkest, the most painful fears in all of us. So that's what you're experiencing right now. And everything that you're viewing and seeing, it's all amplified and intensified by the eclipse energies. All right. Why is your DM engaging in a behavior of this sort? Number one, what he feels with you, he doesn't feel with anyone else. So he's putting this test on himself to see, do I feel anything? Do I feel anything that I feel towards do I feel it with anyone? So in a way, he's like experimenting and seeing, do I feel this with anyone else? So in a way, he's going to go a whole circle and he's going to come back to you. Secondly, he's backing away because everything is intensified. Past life, present life, future, it's all colliding in one giant cosmic kind of energetic cosmic event that's happening between the both of you. A lot of energetical challenges are taking place. And it comes from your divine masculine's insecurity that he's not good enough for you. Just thinks that you are a high value woman and he may never match up to that high value. So, in a way, he's just being stuck. He's he just feels like no matter what he does, it's never going to be good enough. And the backing away is a result of his own fears and his own absurdities. It is a very intensive period for the both of you, but energetically, it's still beautiful. You're both dancing the cosmic dance. Your energies are just wanting to be together desperately, almost desperately. It's so painful. It's so, like, I'm seeing so much of pink and green, so much of heart centered emotions and feelings are just coming through, and it's just so intensely painful for the both of you. So the messages that I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he wants you to know that he is struggling to express himself in words. There's so much he wants to say, but the biggest thing he wants to say at the moment is that he apologizes to you. He apologizes for everything that he has done to you, the pain he has caused you, to constantly put you through these waves of pain and suffering, and he hates doing that. And that's why he's backing away, because he wants you to have a better life. He wants you to have a better future. And he knows he's being a coward for doing that, for not trying. And he wants you to forgive him for that. But he says that he's not going to give up, and he's going to come back because he knows himself. He's always going to find his way back to you. And his higher self is saying that let him go through this period, because he's going to come out, come back better, more involved, more energetically vibrant. So when he comes back, you will see a part of him that you have never seen before, loving and affectionate and full of hope and full of balance and full of joy. So the messages that I'm getting from your guides are my is that this is a this is going to be a challenging time, but you have got this. You have it within you to go through what you need to go through. At the same time, despite everything that is going on in your life, and despite all the pain and suffering, you have this unwavering faith in the journey, and God wants you to know that you can trust God and universe, that everything will happen in due time. You guys will get together. You guys will live a very happy life together. With that, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling, Mai. And next up, I've got Laura. So, Laura's question. Okay, just a moment. All right, Laura's question. She says, in case I fall asleep, I have a couple of questions related to my DM and the whole walk in thing. Number one, do all walk ins happen as near death experiences, or are there other ways that transition could happen? Number two, can you go deeper into the whole he hopes he doesn't pick the wrong body thing? Like, what examples of being in the wrong body be like? Number three, is there anything I can do to help him pick the right body? Like, should I update and fine tune my checklist, the list of attributes, characteristics that I'm looking for that you told me to send him a while ago, or what? Thanks, V, you're the best. Oh, Laura, beautiful, beautiful questions, and I'm very, very eager to answer them all to you. Firstly, to answer your questions, do all walk ins happen as near death experiences, or are there other ways that transition could happen? Nope, not all walk ins happen as near death experiences. In fact, some walk ins happen so smoothly that the body wouldn't even notice the change. So it can be happening, it could happen during lunchtime, it could happen when the individual is going through a lecture. in college or in the middle of work. So what goes on is that because there's a pre-agreement or a post agreement made while everything is happening, the soul is like, I'm leaving, and the incoming soul can come in. And it can happen, even though it is a very powerful process in the 3D world. It doesn't have to like happen intensely, meaning, in other words, it can happen in a very natural setting. So it can happen anytime, anywhere. It could happen while the person is sleeping. Your DM could just walk into their body as he walks out. It could happen while he's having lunch. So it can happen at any time in any way possible. So there's not going to be any intense kind of like it's just like, I don't know if you have watched what show is it? Okay, there is a TV show. It's called Travelers, So basically, it's like a walk-in situation. So it's like that. Okay, in that show, it's amplified because that couple of seconds where the transition is happening, um, it's like you're like being zapped in. But real walk-ins don't even go through that. The transition is extremely, extremely smooth. So yes, it's very, very, very smooth, and it can happen in so many ways in any possible situation. Secondly, your question, can you go deeper into the whole he hopes he doesn't pick the wrong body thing? Like, what examples of being in the wrong body be like? Well, wrong body would be um an NPC, a non-player character. So accidentally going into a body like that can prove to be very detrimental to one's journey, but often it wouldn't happen. Because from a soul space, mistakes like that don't happen. But again, of course, if the not so good energy set a trap, or on the day of walk-in they put a confusion or a distraction or a diversion, or basically tricking your DM soul to enter the wrong body, that can happen. But it's very, very rare. So wrong body will be NPC or a negative soul, or a situation where the other soul doesn't leave. So often, if things like that happen, your person's soul is going to go back, and then go back outside of the matrix, recuperate, and then come back in again. So the fear is legit in a 3D context. What happens if I pick the wrong body? So that is one aspect. The second aspect will be, you think this person's body would be a good candidate for a walk-in, but they may have a lot of underlying work or issues or problems. Maybe they may have been doing something that could be a criminal offense. So like choosing a body like that, it's like, why would I mean, choosing a body like that, why would the incoming soul be subject to going to prison, for example? So things like that. So from a higher dimension, that information could be missed because it hasn't happened yet, or somehow it could be like veiled up. One might not see, and then they might have a lot of how do I put it? So you might see this person's body as having a lot of potential, but it might be contrary to the reality. This person may come out as a very put together, but they may be suffering from inherent mental illnesses, may not come up in the radar. So picking the wrong body, you don't want your DM who's entering the veil of amnesia to go into a body that is suffering from mental ailments, for example. So these are some situations of walking into the wrong body. So that's why the process itself is very sacred, and very intensive. So, firstly, establishing agreement with the outgoing soul, asking the outgoing soul what are problems and flaws of the body, what kind of problems you have with your parents, your siblings, your family, your friends, like what kind of a life did you live, and whether you're compatible to transition into that life, and also proximity of like finding um, his divine feminine, you, like how is he going to find you? So the proximity of it, for example, he walks into a body in Asia, it's going to be quite hard to find you in the US. Of course, now things are not impossible, but proximity may play a role as well. So many things can go wrong, but many things can go right too. So focus on what can go right. But it's a very, very legit concern, and I'm glad you actually raised it, Laura. So, thirdly, is there anything I can do to pick the right body? Well, you can. So, do send him the list of attributes and do send him, like, what is your taste within the material world, and then he might find a candidate within your proximity who is in alignment to the energies and also has got, is healthy in a way, and then somehow, it might not match your list 100%, but for recognition reasons, it would match. So absolutely, you should fine tune and send him the list again, Laura. It's going to be a very, very exciting period. So my guidance to you would be is get to know your DM more and more, talk about all that you've been going through, facing, build that intensity, build that connection between each other, so that recognition, I mean, you are going to recognize your DM. You will know it deep within. But if you really, really build the connection in a way where you understand each other, he understands what you're going through. So when you actually meet and he's having the veil of amnesia, it'll be easier to assimilate with the 3D world. So yeah, so keep on hanging out in the astral, keep having fun, keep talking about everything you want to do together. So then because right now you guys may not even know what kind of body would be suitable for your experience on earth, but the more you converse, the more you talk about your dreams, what you want to do once he comes to earth, then a compatible body might come into the radar. So, with that, Laura, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And next up, I've got Irene. All right. So, Irene. Oh, before that, I didn't see a comment. And Chris and Chris is saying Laura would end up with a DM who has to share space. No, that wouldn't happen at all. Please, Chris. Usually it's a very, very sacred, sacred, sacred process. I know you're kidding, but yeah, just so for others who are listening, it wouldn't happen because very difficult for two souls to exist in one body. See, even as a twin flame, it's two souls, one soul existing in two bodies. So two souls existing in one body is actually quite stressful because that's sometimes the whole like multiple personality disorder, possession, those darker sides of density happens through that. And yeah, so yeah, that's another topic to delve into. So yeah, so sometimes when someone's having multiple personalities, maybe there are a couple of souls stuck in one body, and that's why they're all showing different personalities. But in a walking situation, it never really happens. Yeah. Anyway, Q, yes, I'll add you to the list. Thank you. And I think we'll go on for a while. So, Irene, just general energies with my magnetic twin flame and I. She's considering moving back to New York after being in Florida. Curious if that will happen anytime soon. Thank you, V, for all your help. And hey V and everyone, thank you for hey V and everyone, thank you for this great information. What are the weather passing out? Just a general reading for me, please. Absolutely. So let me. Okay. Now I realize because Reed sent me another question. So I merged it with the initial question. That's why I was like, hey, it's like, why is she saying heavy again? So, yes. Yes, I have noted it down. Yes, you're most welcome for, for the discourse. And I'm so sorry you're feeling unwell. Get well soon. I'm going to start the channeling. So, what's the energies with you and your twin flame at the moment? And I strongly feel that she is not going to move. I feel like she's going to move in your direction somewhat. Even though right now there is this deep sense of homesickness that she may be feeling, so that's why she's drawn to moving back home. And it's also very intensive right now with the eclipse energy. So everything is just intensive and amplified, and it's like your twin flame, she's just going through periods of intense catharsis. So she's just releasing and releasing and releasing, and just I feel so much pain, and she doesn't want to show it to you because she knows you yourself are going through a hard time. So it's all that pain that is taking place, like just taking place and causing so much pain. So you're both direct mirroring in a way, and it's just quite hard. And somehow it's very difficult to be apart in the 3D world. And also, it's very difficult to be in separation because you know how much you need each other in each other's lives. So that's what's going on right now, like energetically. A lot of intensity. I feel a lot of pain, an extreme amount of pain that you're both like transmuting, but you're feeling, you're experiencing. It's just tiring for your twin flame. She's just like she just wants to be cuddled. She just wants to feel safe. She just wants to feel protected. So that's why I'm saying I feel her moving towards you rather than home because you are home for her. Okay, with that, the messages I'm getting from your twin flame is that she wants you to know that you are her home always, and she wants to do everything she can to make things right, to try her best to to help you flourish, because her whole life she always wanted things better for you, and that's what she wants even now. And sometimes she feels maybe it's her presence that's stifling your growth. Sometimes she feels that maybe energetically she's bringing you down, and so she's saying she's blaming it on herself. She's taking all the blame for what's happening, and perhaps that's why she's considering that space or that timeout, or a lot going through her mind. But she's just saying sorry for not trying harder, for not doing things better, because she feels a lot of guilt. She feels that there's so much more she could have done for you. So that's the messages, that those are the raw messages I'm channeling from your twin flames thoughts actually. So your guides want you to know, Areen, everything will be better. Right now it's just the energies, the general energies that's making you guys feel the way you're feeling. But things will get better. There is a lot of growth in the root chakra, so you're both going to find that common ground to be together, to live together, to stay together. So I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling. And next up, I have got Good Knee. Good Knee, Marian Shea, Nicole Jordan, Ainola, Gabriela, Nisa, Christine and Q. I think something went into my eye. All right, Goodney. A look in the energies. Have I detached, surrendered enough? It's like him, I'm afraid my peace will be disturbed if I contact him, so I don't. Oh, Goodney. You are in a beautiful, beautiful state energetically. So much more surrender and detachment from the first time I started working with you. Really, like it's you will know when the right time comes to contact him, but I can assure you that you have detached enough, you have surrendered enough, and he too is in a high vibrational state. Both of you are in a very high vibrational state at the moment, and it's actually looking really, really beautiful in a way. It's it's actually a lot of messages are coming through from your divine masculine. Your divine masculine is saying that he's so excited. He doesn't even know why he's excited, but the thought of you just excites him a lot because he feels that guys are going to meet again. You're going to spend a lot of time together again, and this time it's going to be more permanent, it's going to be more intense, it's going to be more stable, and there's going to be a lot of interactions and energy exchanges. It's like he feels ready right now. And he knows that you are ready to, and with divine timing and blessings of God, at the right time, you guys will reach out to each other. How it's going to happen, that remains a mystery, and it's going to be, the miraculous, miraculous, miraculous deed by the universe. So he's so happy, he's so excited, he feels so much lighter than ever before. So it's this glorious period of lightness and peace that you're both experiencing. So you're both, in a way, spending a lot of time in the astral, you're spending a lot of time in the worlds beyond this world, and literally you are in union everywhere except Earth, like the physical union, which is also going to happen. So that's why you feel so peaceful, you feel so content, you feel a lot of contentment. That's what I'm picking up. So energetically, it's looking very beautiful. I see a brilliant wave of colors. I see blue, I see gold, I see green, I see indigo, I see purple. It's just so beautiful. Like both of you are engaged at the peak of this spectacular cosmic dance that's out there. So, really, really beautiful. Goodly, your guides want you to know that they are there looking out for you every step of the way, and keep sending love your way because you are the strongest, strongest person they ever know, because you have always, always done your best, lived your best, and always live life to the fullest with value and purpose and righteousness. And it's all being recognized by the universe. So there is this deep sense of intimacy. So there are a lot of romantic thoughts going through your divine masculine's mind as well at this moment. So it's really, really beautiful in a way. It's like your divine masculine is just embracing what is beyond this material world, and how he sees you in different forms, in different lives, the past, the present, the future. It's just beautiful in every way possible. So, right now, you're both enjoying a period of closeness in the other worlds, and soon that's going to be anchored into the 3D world. So, with that, Goodney, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And next up, I have got Marion. Perfect timing, Marion. Marion says, Vash, my dear, and I going to meet up this coming week, but he said it's for the one last goodbye for us. I should prepare my heart, but I'll just go with surrendering to God and stop my overthinking energies. Firstly, Marion, we both know that's not true. It's not going to be the last time. It's impossible. The very need for him to even see you, it's all right. What I'm tapping from your divine masculine's energy is that he has got a lot of fear, and that is amplified by the energies of the eclipse. So he's just going through this vast, vast intensity, fear, pain. It's as though it's wrecking his mind and body and soul, and he's just afraid of losing you. And somehow, past lives, everything is coming, and he's just afraid. So, what he thinks is protecting you is actually making things worse, but he's not aware of that. After experiencing months and months of emotional happiness and joy and stability, right now it's like he's self-sabotaging what is pure and real right in front of him. So in a way, you're both like triggering each other. So there's that great level of pain that he's trying to express and he's trying to make sense of, but he's just stuck. He's just stuck. And he doesn't mean it when he says one last goodbye, one last time. He knows that he's lying to himself when he says that. So, this is going to be the start of more and more intense, intimate meetings. So, after this meeting, Marion, he's going to meet again, and he's going to meet again, and he's going to meet again, and you're going to get together. That's what's happening, and that is the direction you're both headed towards. So, dissecting what exactly your divine masculine is going through, and the biggest theme is confusion and fear. The fear is multi layered. The lowest layer being he feels that his presence is making your life worse. Another thing, he fears that it would be impossible to work things out and be together. Thirdly, somehow there is guilt. He feels what he's doing to you is wrong and he should stop it immediately. So these are the inner battles that he's facing at the moment. And then he's got the confusion. He knows deep down he wouldn't be able to sustain this way at all. He wouldn't be able to tolerate any form of separation in any way possible because you guys are literally hanging out with each other all the time in the other worlds. So it's almost impossible for him to be separate from you in any reality, in any consciousness, even in a dream. He can't be separated from you. So he tries to come up with these big words like final goodbye, final time, but it's all untrue. And he knows it himself. So his messages from his 3D thoughts as captured are that he's saying that I'm just afraid where this is going to go, and I don't want to be at a point where we hate each other because I've hurt you so much. So I'm trying to find a way, a easier way, a less complicated way, by putting a halt to this relationship right now. But my heart doesn't allow it. My soul doesn't allow it because it belongs to you, and I am a prisoner of my own doing because everything that I've done is wrong. I don't know where this guilt is coming from. I don't know where this fear is coming from. I don't know where this confusion is coming from. My mind is just going back and forth with this intense pain that is unexplainable. It's like I am in the middle of a billion hells all merged into one, and I feel like an eternal prisoner because I'm not able to be with you. So, this is a snapshot of what is going through in his mind, Marion. Very, very painful. Little bit of tapping into his energies, you know. And another thing is that he knows what you're going through as well. He's saying that he knows this is not the outcome you want. He knows, but he himself doesn't know what to do. That is how trapped he feels. Your DM is saying he just wants to be free again. He just wants to be free with you again. He wants to do everything possible just to be together in the 3D world where things are so smooth and comfortable and full of balance and joy. And he's saying that, thinking about all the moments he got to spend with you in this lifetime, how beautiful they have been and how beautiful they are. And deep down he says he wants to just continue meeting up, hanging out, spending more time, just truly enjoying life as it is. But yet he's afraid that it will all be taken away from him. That's why he's voluntarily giving it all up. And he says that it is wrong every way possible. So he's asking you, he's begging you for his forgiveness. And he says that deep down he knows that God is the one who's directing the both of you. And he knows deep down his words may not have the value that he may show or try to portray, because deep down he knows God is always going to put you guys together. God will ensure that you guys are together, and this meeting is going to be the first of many more fruitful encounters and eventual stability and union and togetherness in the 3D world. With that, what do your guides have to say about all this, Marion? Your guides are extremely, extremely stressed out by what's going on, but they're also enthralled and excited by the possibilities that are being placed before you, too. So, Marion, your guides are basically asking you to hang in there, and and they're saying the overthinking energy is inevitable at the moment because of the eclipse and everything is going on. Mercury retrograde, eclipse, it's just all intensified to the extreme. So in a way, it's like even if you try not to overthink, you're going to overthink. So it's more of awareness of why you're overthinking, because you are being affected by your divine masculine's energies very, very intensely. So that's why you are just going through all of this. The overthinking actually doesn't even come from you, it actually comes from your divine masculine. So, a great level of pain. But beyond all of that, you have so much wisdom, Marion. You always have so much purity and wisdom, and you're just able to see the bigger picture. And deep down, you know when he says one last goodbye, it's not true. And your guides are agreeing and saying the same too. They're saying that this is not one last meeting and there's no goodbyes. In fact, you're both going to find a way to be together. And that's what this meeting is going to be about. You're going to somehow go through all that intense and painful conversation of what is it going to be, what is our relationship going to be, and you're going to talk about all the end, and then you're going to come up with a solution to actually be together. So that's what's going to come out of this meeting. And that's what your guides want you to do. Energetically, deep activations are taking place in the sacral and solar plexus and the heart chakra and throat chakra at the moment for your divine masculine. That's why he doesn't even know what he's talking. Very intense, especially with his throat chakra. A lot of downloads are going through at the moment. So it's just amplified, it's just intensified, it's just going, it's just to the extreme. So that's why he is even not able to speak the real truth. He's just trying to like he's just trying his best, he's trying his best to not do anything, or he's trying his best to he is going through so much pain right now because he doesn't want to be in separation with you, and that is the underlying truth, Marian. It scares him more than anything else in the universe not being able to see you. And that's the reason why no matter how much he tries to not see you, you're going to bump into each other like you did last week. You're going to keep seeing each other because God is with you. God wants you to be together, and when God wills, no one can do anything about that. With that, finally, a lot is going on galactically. You guys are involved in more and more projects. With in consideration to the mind and soul development of the human species. So you are multidimensionally being very heavily involved in Earth's ascension process. So it's very exciting there because you get to work together all the time, and you're both actually a lot of the torment that you're both going through is also part of you guys trying to develop a better framework for Earth in itself. So, in a way, it's all connected. But the reality is, you're meant to be together on 3D Earth, and God is with you, the universe is with you, and you have the eternal blessings always. So, galactically, keep doing what you're doing, keep creating, inventing, innovating more projects in quantum fields of healing and physics and mind based technology, programming people for the better, helping them come out of those trapped cycles, and truly for each and every soul to experience the wisdom of life in itself. So good luck with all of that, Marion, and I really hope you have enjoyed today's channeling, and all the best for the meetup this coming week, because it's going to go in the right direction, and you will continue seeing each other. That's all I can say, and all the best for the future. And yes, you know, try to tame the overthinking, because the overthinking is going to be there, but what you can do is awareness. You're like, I'm aware what my mind is doing to me, and keep it in control and keep surrendering to God, and God is with you always. So much blessings to you, Marion. Always so much blessings from God. May you be blessed abundantly and infinitely always. All right, with that, I hope you've enjoyed this channeling. Mackenzie, a billion hells. Don't worry, things will get better. Marion, congratulations on being promoted as supervisor at work. I'm so happy. Like I said, your career will keep growing and building and evolving, and you're going to have so much more success and abundance. And Marion is saying, thank you, Vash. It's been heart wracking for me. Sometimes I feel a heart pulling heaviness in my heart. I surrender. That's all I can do. Thank you, Vash, as always. And my sacral is painful and heavy right now. Yes, it's because your DM is also experiencing that. And you're both right now are like going through like the unknown. What is going to happen? What is going to happen to us? So that's why there's so much pain and heaviness. But you will get through this. everything will get better. And Marion, you're most welcome. And I'm so proud of you, you know. Congratulations on your promotion again. And things will get better. It will get better. And like I said, with awareness, at least you're aware why this is happening. And it's also the eclipse energies. All right, Marion, with that, I am going to go on to Shay. Shay, are you here? All right, Shay didn't send me a question, but let me see what's going on with Shay. All right, Shay, again, your energies are amplified. Both your energies, your combined energy fields are being amplified by the moon energies and the eclipse energy. So things, unknown things, things that may have been buried deep down in your combined energetic consciousness may be coming out. So there could be a tendency for misunderstandings, but with awareness, you can keep that under control. But there's also so much love that is being exchanged right now energetically. There's a lot of pureness in your energetic field. There's a lot of purity that's taking place, and the messages that I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he wants you to know that he finds you incredibly attractive and sexy, and you are his dream woman. And it's something that he may have never shared with you, but he has always dreamt of having a woman like you his whole life. That's how much of value and meaning you bring forward to his life. And lately he says that he has been wrecking his heart and soul about everything that's taking place between him and the both of you. It's just so much going on, and so much pain, and so much fear, and so much intensity. And there's a bit of anger for he is not being the best version of himself to you. So there's anger and guilt as well. So he's saying that he's sorry. He's saying that he will always apologize because he has hurt you so much, and he will always carry on that guilt because you never deserved any aspect of what he projected towards you in the past. And all of that was just unfair. And but having said that, he wants to start anew. He wants to create a future where you guys can be together, can get together, and things will just shape up for the best and beyond. So his final messages for today is that he's excited for what the future is going to bring for the both of you. As far as things are concerned, a lot is coming through, a lot is going through your body, mind, and soul. And there's that romanticism and intimacy that's in the air. So a lot of dreaming. So you might find yourself dreaming consciously, subconsciously, but these are glimpses into the future. Your divine masculine is also going through a great throat chakra awakening right now. So a lot of downloads, a lot of upgrades. So his communication is going to be smoother the next time. It's going to be very from the heart, from the soul. It's going to be magical. And as you continue building your future towards magic and wonder and potential and stability, all the best to you, Shay, and I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling. Next up, I have got Nicole. Oh, Nicole says, hello, my beautiful friend. Happy Holy and happy Easter to you. Or same to you. Happy Holy and happy Easter to you too. Beautiful, beautiful Nicole. Always a joy. And thank you for, and to your family. And thank you. I'll convey the wishes to my family too. Thank you so much for doing Saturday night lessons and channeling for all of us. I absolutely love this group and I'm so grateful to be here. I made some progress with my life coaching courses and I have a few certificates already. Still more to do. Oh, congratulations on all of those certificates. I was going to reply to you, thank you for sharing this beautiful, auspicious progress that you have made in your life. Congratulations. Hearty, hearty congratulations to you. Excited for you to do more. Also, Nicole is saying, thank you for giving me hope and encouragement during some of my darkest times and always reminding me to go to God. Of course, always. Oh, Nicole, that's sweetest thing anyone has ever said. True, you are truly wonderful and a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for all you do. Just a general reading, and if you can keep Bosco in your prayers, he had a seizure last night. Absolutely. I will send some healing for Bosco, some Reiki healing. And thank you again for everything. Oh, Nicole, such a pleasure. And thank you for such a heartfelt and heart-filled message. I'm so touched. Firstly, what is in store for you, Nicole? So it is looking very, very, very auspicious. Um, what is meant to come for you is looking very, very auspicious. You are right now in the zone of developing and upskilling. So you're going to learn and you're going to be certified for more and more courses, and they're all going to come together. So you're going to create your own. You're going to create your own way of connecting with your people and your environment. And more job opportunities are going to be born out of it. So this is indeed a golden period for you where you're going to experience expansion like never before in knowledge, in in exposure, in meeting newer people. And you will finally feel like, hey, I'm finding my tribe. I'm finding people who are in alignment to my truth, to my goals, and you will also find more and more opportunities to expand on what you're learning. So one aspect will be you'll be doing more courses. You'll also find the balance in what you want to do for the next 20 or 30 years. Number one, you're going to create something unique, something that's just you, for you, created by you, for the world. And eventually, that's going to gain a lot of popularity. So that can be something you will do full time as well. Secondly, in as far as your twin flame journey is concerned, everything is going to make sense because they're all related in a way. What you're doing, the service you're doing for humanity, and your DM is also mirroring all of that that's happening as well. Thirdly, your guides are saying this is such a great period of time for you and to fulfill all your dreams, desires, goals, and wishes because anything that you set your heart and soul into doing right now, it is going to grow and amplify so much more. That's how much this period is. Of course, with the eclipse and retrograde energies, you may be feeling a few twists and turns on your path. You may be feeling, some days you may be feeling a little bit more intensely triggered, some days you'll be feeling more positive. So that's how it's going to look like the coming week. But you have got this, God is with you, your guides are with you, your higher dimensional teachers are with you. So it's all in alignment. So, in other words, all the pain and suffering that you had been going through in the last couple of months are all transmuting into knowledge and wisdom. You yourself have you have transcended, transformed. I see a huge expansion in your solar plexus. So that's why you're feeling this confidence, because this is who you are. You are a very confident person. You are a very talented person. But because of what you've been going through the last couple of months, your potential was not able to come through, come out. But now you are experiencing your full potential, and the best is yet to come. So great there's a lot of things for you to look forward to in the future. A lot of abundance, a lot of love, a lot of intimacy, a lot of, you're just going to live life to the fullest. And I'm so excited for you, because you're going to tell me every week, you're going to tell me like how great life is transforming, and how with the guidance of God and the universe, you just headed towards greatness at every moment. So you are like shaping your future right now. You're building the foundation, and the best is yet to come. So with that, Nicole, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. But I noticed that, oops, I thought you had a message for me. I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And next up, I've got Jordan. So Jordan just said live channeling TF Joe. So Jordan, are you here, and do you have a particular question that you want to ask me? So I'm just going to read out the list. I've got Jordan, I've got Ainola, I've got Gabriella, I've got Nisa, I've got Christine, I've got Q, and I've got Diana. All right, I'm going to give it a moment. Oh, Jordan, perfect. Jordan, do you have a particular question, or do you just want me to do a general channeling for you? All right, Jordan. Okay, so Jordan says, whatever comes through, he and I just went back into separation. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jordan. That must be very, very painful. And everyone in the Twin Flame community knows how separation is. It's no matter which stage or which level, it is still painful within the material universe and within this 3D reality. Sending you so much love and strength. Let me see energetically what is going through with the both of you. Number one, the reason why this separation was initiated again was because your divine masculine felt overwhelmed and intensely confused with what he was experiencing. That overwhelming notions of love and connection he felt with you was like no other, and he went into a chaser mode. And he's just not, and right now he's trying to figure things out. In separation, he's trying to he's doing a lot of introspection right now as to why he behaved the way he behaved. Another thing is he hates hurting you. He doesn't like putting you through this ever, and he's tired of doing this over and over and over and over again, putting you back and forth as far as this journey is concerned. It's terrible. Like, what he's going through is a kind of hell he's experiencing, because this separation is killing him as well. He doesn't want to be in separation with you, but he did what he did because he just didn't know what else to do. Somehow it's like his mind and soul are in conflict. But there is something good that's going to come out of this separation, is that he is going to realize that he would not be able to live without you. Secondly, he's also awakening to who he is and the potential of what he can be. So let him be in his man cave for a while and he will come back. But now everything is amplified due to the energies of the eclipse and Mercury retrograde, and hence that's why you're feeling everything more than usual. Both of you are, and you're both directly mirroring each other in a way, because the emotions that you're both feeling right now, it's just pure pain and suffering. The running away comes from his own fear of acknowledging this connection, because he knows what he feels for you, what you are to him is different. He will never be able to feel this with anyone else. But however, it's like he is not able to make sense of it all. So that's what's going through. So the messages I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he's saying that he's struggling so much, he's suffering so much, and he's asking you, he's begging you to wait for him. He's also apologizing for being the reason, being the fault for everything, for causing you pain and misery all the time. And he's saying that he will do better and he will become better, and for you to just wait for him. And he's saying it's too much to ask, but deep down he knows that you will. With that, Jordan, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And with that, I'm going to go on to Ainola. Ainola is saying this. Ainola is asking, please, love, what is happening with my twin Stefan? For 2 weeks, I didn't think about him anymore and I didn't dream about him anymore. He didn't send me songs anymore. Will he write to me? Why? Why is he running away from me now? Messages from him. Okay, firstly, you're asking me why is he running away from you now? Messages from him. The messages I'm picking up from him is that he's saying that he's so afraid, he's so overwhelmed, and he's so affected by a lot of things that's happening to him right now. He's in a lot of pain. He's in a lot of emotional, physical, mental. He's just going through a lot of pain. An inexplainable amount of pain is wrecking his life at the moment. And he's also saying he didn't mean to do any of these things to you at all. Deep down, he's trying and trying and trying and trying to make things right. And he's saying that he just wants the best for the both of you. And he's trying all he can to do by right by you. So the reason why you didn't think about him is because you're going through soul shock. Because the intensity of the connection has reached a certain point where both of you are experiencing soul shock, which is a twin flame phenomenon that makes you feel like, hey, I'm completely disconnected to my twin. But actually, what is going on is that you're going through a lot of major upgrades. That's what's going on right now. So don't worry, he is going to resume sending songs to you, and you're going to dream about him again, too. And like I'd said, your twin is just going through an extreme period of suffering, and that's what triggered the soul shock. So his messages are that he's apologizing to you, he's apologizing for not being the best to you, he's apologizing for not being there for you, he's apologizing for not giving you happiness or doing anything to make you happy. So he's so guilty of all these things. So I also noticed that he's going through an intense root chakra upgrade. He's releasing a lot of those pent up issues. So you will reconnect with him again. So I know that with that, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. Next up, I've got Gabriella. Gabriella, do you have a particular message? Let's see. Oh, you just said live channeling at the end. All right. Hi, Gabriel. Absolutely. I was just waiting for your question. All right, let me tap into his energies and see what's going on with him. He's going through an existential crisis right now. And it's like he's questioning everything as far as reality is concerned. It's like he is navigating between the material world and the world that exists beyond the material world. So, in a way, he's getting pockets of wisdom and then he's denying the wisdom he's receiving. So, that's what's going on. So, in a way, he's just trying to figure things out. And that's why there has been no communication between the both of you. In a way, he's working through things in his mind with regards to his connection with you. So it's like this deep sense of work. He's doing a lot of inner work to understand the nature of this relationship, what you mean to him, and things like that. I also noticed that there is a great level of pain your man is releasing. A lot of pain is coming up to the surface, and this pain stems from guilt. He feels like he has done a lot of mistakes in this life and he's trying to repair these mistakes. He feels like there are some people that he should ask forgiveness to. He feels like he may have hurt some of his family members. I feel like a motherly figure, grandmotherly figure. Like deep down, he has a lot of guilt that he's releasing too. So this journey is making him question a lot of things. So it's his deep desire to know who he is. And that's why you even came into his life to unlock that potential within him. So that's what's going on with him. A lot of introspection, a lot of questioning to what reality is. At the same time, he wants to do right by people. So he may be going around reconnecting with older family members, relatives, old friends, and trying to make up because he feels like he has made a lot of mistakes in the past. So this is a period of growth and forgiveness for him intensely. So that's what's going on. The messages he has for you is that he is thankful that you wait for him always and he misses you a lot intensely, sometimes for reasons that his mind can't even fathom. That's the effect that you have on him, and he is sincerely apologetic for all that has happened. And he's trying his best to do the best he can, and he wants you to take care, and he promises you that he will come back and things will be better this time round. And there's a lot of songs that he writes for you in his mind, and it's just full of expression and expansion when he thinks about you. With that, Gabriella, I hope you've enjoyed this channeling. And next up, I've got Nisa. So I've got Nisa, Christine, Q, and Diana. Just give me a moment, guys. Let me get my voice back in order. Oh, you're most welcome, Gabriella, as always. Such a pleasure. And Nisa, happy Easter to you, beautiful soul. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too, Nisa. So Nisa's question, I wanted to get clarity on how my DM is doing right now. What is he feeling in this connection? Is this whole thing making sense to him as our last conversation? He's just so focused in his material world challenges, and it's the only thing that matters. For him, money makes the world go around, and he firmly believes that without this, he can't let go of me. He's deliberately being insensitive. Lastly, how is his karmic relationship? All right, let me see what I'm picking on. Firstly, Nisa, your DM is a wreck. He is going through a lot of pain and suffering. To him, money is a mask. To him, money is a tool that helps him to hide from the various insecurities that he faces in his life. So to him, he thinks that money can solve all problems. Money is what the world, it's is what the world will surrender to. That's his notion, his thinking. So that's the reason why he creates this false persona where he's incredibly insensitive. And it's like he throws all of that on you, directly on you, which is extremely unfair. He thinks that money can solve all problems, but deep down he knows that with you it's different. It's not money because inherently he knows that what you both share, what you both have in between, what you both what you're both going through is all out of this world. And as much as he's throwing this mask of money onto you, he doesn't mean it. Deep down, he knows that you are not a slave to money, and he knows neither he is. Circumstances have made him a slave to money because when he was vulnerable, when he was young, money was what gave him recognition. Money was what gave him a sense of survival. Money was what got him going. And because in his past life he had gone through extreme levels of poverty, and he had been punished by money time after time after time, he thinks having the material wealth is the most important thing in the world. And that is also what's causing, stifling his spiritual growth sometimes. So that is what's going through. As far as his healing is concerned, the work that I'm doing is fully targeting his solar plexus and sacral, because money is beautiful if it's used in the right way. Money is beautiful if it is seen upon as a beautiful mode of energy exchange. But when money becomes extremely materialistic and 3D, that's when it causes pain. And he knows deep down that he is not only causing pain for you, but he's causing pain for himself too. He thinks money will make everyone around him bow towards him. And he knows maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, but with you, none of it stands. And he's not deliberately being insensitive, he just doesn't realize that amount of poisoning money has done to him and his psyche. And a lot of that pressure and stress comes from his karmic relationship, because the karmic controls him with regards to money. She's always causing him a lot of stress, a lot of pain, and she is the one who inherently made him the way he is. He had always been insecurity when it comes to materialism of things and all that. But being in a marriage with her made things worse because she has so much arrogance towards money, and she has always controlled him with regards to money. He projects that into others. So inherently, he's not as bad as he portrays. And you know that, Nisa, deep down. But to him, he uses money as a tool because he thinks that it will make people happy. So the messages I'm getting from his higher self is that he's asking you, he's begging you for forgiveness for the things he has done, for everything that he's put you through, and he truly, truly doesn't want to treat you the way he treats you. And really, he doesn't. To him, it's like money. He to him, money is his love language. That's what he's trying to say from his 3D self. So now channeling his 3D thoughts, he's basically saying money is his love language, and to him, it's an expression of love. And with you, he has never ever used money as a tool to quieten you or to control you. To him, it's his love language. To him, by giving you money or doing anything that involves money, it's his way of saying that he loves you unconditionally, multidimensionally, and beyond. So he is trying to purify money when it comes to you, and that's how he feels. And he's saying that you're always, always misunderstanding his intentions. Again, he apologizes because it's his fault for making you feel that way as well. It's like both of you have got conflictive love languages. So that's what's coming up as well. So again, he says sorry and he apologizes from the bottom of his heart and soul for all the pain that is causing you, but he assures you and promises you that he will become better, Nisa. So that's what's coming through from him. And your guides want you to know that things are getting better. It might not look the best right now, but it is actually getting better. Energetically, your combined energetic fields have improved. They look so much better than they used to be. Energetically, you are also blossoming like a flower, Nisa. And great things are going to happen to you. Great times are coming forward for you. And your guides want you to know that they're extremely proud of you, for you are basically surviving every possible obstacle out there, and things between you and your divine masculine will continue to blossom and continue to shine. With that, Nisa, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. Next up, I have got Christine. I don't know, it's very late there. It's like 12 midnight, so I don't know if Christine is awake. And Christine, do you have a question? You write a question for me. It's not here. Oh, general reading. All right, let me see what is going on. Oh, perfect. You are here. Wide awake. That's good. Probably not wide awake. Apologies again. With these channelings, it takes so much more longer. So let me see what's going on. Energetically, oh, it's looking so beautiful, Chris. You're just going through so many activations and downloads and upgrades. You're just swimming around, exploring different worlds and potentials, and you're literally, the imagery I get is that you are just opening different doors and just exploring, and your vibrations are getting higher by the day. You are experiencing states of ecstasy and joy like never before. You are truly in tune with the spiritual journey, because that's what you inherently guided to do. So you are fulfilling your soul purpose. And truly, in the love front, as I say, it was 2222 the recording time. In the love front, you are so close to awakening to that love energy. So you are going to be in the presence of a very beautiful lover who is just going to sweep you off your feet, and you're going to experience a lot of love, a lot of intensity, a lot of intimacy, romance like never before. It's just very, very beautiful on the love front. In terms of the career front, again, you're going to do everything based on what you are experiencing. So you're going to create something that's very soulful and expensive as well. As you continue to journey through the vast expanses of the multiverses and beyond, you are actually bringing back a lot of experiences that you will be able to share and transmute to planet Earth. So it is a glorious period, and you're just awakening to beautiful things every single day. I do sense a deep sense of contentment that is coming from your soul, and he's also going through a lot of beauty and a lot of joy and a lot of growth, and it's just beautiful. Everything is just transforming, and it's like you are finally in this perfect state of equilibrium where you're just enjoying all worlds, the material world, the multidimensional worlds, the spirit, like everything is just in perfect sync right now. So this is the time to continue expanding and gaining the secrets and the knowledge of what the universe is about, and you will continue to uncover more and more in your journey. A great period, a golden um, gateway is opening where you are going to experience more downloads and activations, and it's all starting to, like, you are starting to witness all of that in the most beautiful way possible. And the messages that I'm getting from your guides, Chris, again, very beautiful messages. Your guides want you to know that you are such a beautiful, sincere, honest, you're just full of light and full of bliss, and they just want to remind you that they are there for you always. If you ever feel stuck or if you feel like you're confused about something, your guides and your higher dimensional teachers are here around you all the time. You're filled with a lot of light. You're filled, so that also you are also opening up. So more psychic gifts are awakening for you as well. So you're opening up more of your spiritual gifts, and mediumship is one of them. So you are truly, truly deep, because you used to be a medium in your past life. So you may feel like you're able to communicate with the deceased. So some of the communication could be through deceased loved ones, so you'd be receiving messages from them reminding you of these gifts that you have within. So it's very, very beautiful period to grow, expand, and discover yourself in every way possible. With that, Chris, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And Nisa says he's very generous to his employees and he helps a lot of those in need, but he's experiencing challenges right now, bringing out the worst in him. I know innately he's a good person. Yes, Nisa is always, always a good person. Just like you're one soul in two bodies, of course. You're most welcome, Nisa, always. And Nisa says, thank you so much, Vaj, for all the support. Everything resonate. It means so much to me. I hope everything gets better. It will. And I will talk to you really soon. And Chris, you're most welcome. Chris says, thank you so much. I'm really connected right now and I feel all that. I really struggle with motivation because I'm so content right now. You'll be fine, Chris. You've got this. All right. Still have got Q, Diana, and Nimith. I think this is probably the longest live I've ever done. I'm going to definitely go above 3 hours today. Oh my, 2 hours and 30, and then I did 40 minutes there. So I'm already 3 hours and 10 minutes. I think this is going to be one of the longest lives I've going to have done. My lives used to be like an hour, and now it's just becoming 2 and 3 and all right. Q, are you there, Q, dearest? And let me see if Q has got a particular, oh, general. All right. So what is going on with Q at the moment? All right. So Q, I see immense heart chakra transformation going on right now. There's a lot that both of you wish to say to each other, but somehow are just, it's like a movie being played out. Literally, your lives right now is like a movie where both of you have so much to say to each other, but you're just holding back because you don't want to worsen things or affect things. So you're both like going back and forth with that. And the messages that I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he's saying, I'm trying so hard to make this happen, to make this work. Not seeing you, not being with you, not hearing your voice kills me every single day. And I don't know what is happening to me. A part of me is crazy, a part of me is wise, a part of me is struggling, a part of me is growing. I'm experiencing it like all four seasons at once. I'm experiencing it all. That's what your DM is saying, and he's saying that his love for you is expensive. Words can never describe how much love he has for you, and he would just do anything and everything to just be with you. And the struggle is real, and he's doing everything he can to live out that immense potential that he wants to live out together with you. So, Q, your guides want you to know that you are, as usual, always doing more than you are a superwoman. You are doing everything in your caliber to just add generosity and balance to this world. That's how special you are. You're always creating harmony with your family, and you're always trying your best to keep your divine masculine happy too. So you're always sending so much love his way, and so much. He says that he's sending you so much love too. It's so beautiful. What is going on between the both of you is truly, this is how the heart chakra works. And with this activation, it's just expanding. Your combined energetic fields are looking very, very, it's like, it looks so glamorous. That's how beautiful it looks. When I'm looking at your energies, it looks so beautiful. A lot of green, a lot of pink, a lot of gold, and how you guys are just moving in the past, the present, and the future, and creating what is so unique, a unique expression between the both of you. So the more you're transcending, the more you're evolving, the more you're spiritually growing, the more you're meeting each other in different levels. With that, it is going to stabilize and formalize your connection in the 3D, and that's where you're headed to. I do see you guys settling in together, getting together. That is definitely very near. You are going to be together, and there's going to be a lot of harmony that you're both going to experience. With that, Q, I hope you've enjoyed this channeling. And next up, I've got Diana. Diana, are you here? Let me give Diana a moment, and then I've got Nimit as well. All right. Okay, Diana might catch up with this later. So, what's going on with you, Diana? Wow, truly, your life is a multi dimensional amusement park. That's how much you go through on a daily level. You go through like 10 different multi-dimensional rights with your divine masculine. That is how much you guys have been tested, how much you guys have been thrown around, and truly all of that pain is transforming, is transcending, and great, great, great moments, great, great, great periods of time is opening up. As far as your future is concerned, I'm seeing a new home, I'm seeing children, I'm seeing marriage, I'm seeing you in white. So you guys are definitely getting married this year. I definitely see a lot of joy, a lot of family. It's as though you don't even have to do anything, it's just happening. You guys are just meant to be together with the divine blessings of God. I see you becoming pregnant and having children quite immediately, and you're going to have a lot of children. It's just going to happen back to back non-stop. Also, inherently, there's a lot of inherent joy that is coming out of the both of you. You both are like at a period of time where nothing else ever matters except the both of you. That's how intense it is. That's how potent and beautiful it is between the both of you. So it's looking extremely, extremely beautiful. It's looking extremely, extremely transformative, full of light, full of glory, and at the same time, you're getting rid of all of those negativity thrown to you by the not so good energies. So it's going well. All of that is you're having this protective shield that is just protecting you, and with all the healing work that I'm doing and I've done for you, it's just amplifying. The results are just amplifying. Like, even though both of you are literally fighting wars outside this material world and in the material world as well, you are being guided and protected always. Further to it, you guys are at a point that nothing can ever affect you guys anymore. That's how intense it is. So, Diana, both you and W have been doing a lot of galactic work together as well. So, you may find yourselves like sleeping more than usual at some periods, feeling really active, waking up or coming out from dreams that are extremely intense. So, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of development. You're both heavily involved in things related to quantum mechanics and technology related to helping inhabitants in earth to expand and grow. So a lot you're doing, both of you are doing a lot of work dimensionally as well. But as far as the 3D is concerned, great times are coming in. You're going to feel more prosperous, you're feeling going to feel more abundant, and just a great period is opening up for you, Diana, and it's just so beautiful. So the messages from W are, he wants you to know that he's so excited and enthralled that he can't wait to start a life with you, a new life with you, with a lot of children. And he wants them all to look like you because he loves you so much. And as romantic as he sounds, he is actually wanting, quite desperately wanting to have a family with you because he knows he's missing out on the best. And the last couple of months have just reaffirmed and promised him and confirmed everything to him that you will be the best partner for him ever. Of course, innately, he knows you are his divine partner. Even in a 3D context, you know that he knows that you are the only one out there for him. You are the only one he has ever loved and will continue to love. And he's so excited about what the future is going to bring for the both of you. So he's enthralled by that. And there might be a few obstacles here and there, but you both have it all under control and things will continue to blossom. You're going to truly, truly, truly live heaven on earth. That's what the future, that is what that is the future you're both co-creating together. So beautiful period awaits the both of you, and exciting, exciting times coming forth for the both of you. With that, Diana, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And finally, Nimit. Nimit says, Hi Vaish, happy Easter. Hope you're well. A general channeling on anything you pick up. Please, for me and SPJ. I have been having a lot of dreams of her recently and seeing angel numbers in particular 444 and 111. Thanks. Firstly, Nimit, 444 and 111 are very, very auspicious, and the messages that you're getting from the universe is that things are getting better, things are transforming towards the best, and you are awaiting a lot of good moments that are yet to happen. So, generally, as far as the energies are concerned, what is going on between the both of you is a lot of movement in the root chakra. There's continuing to be a lot of release, and that's why you may find SPJ's energies to be a bit unstable, and it may be causing you a lot of stress. So sometimes we'll be like wondering, why am I feeling so rattled or affected? Actually, you're tapping onto her energy, and that's why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And also with the eclipse energies, things are just amplified further. So the messages I'm getting from SPJ is that she's very apologetic. You know, she just feels that she hasn't been the best to you and she can do better. And she promises that she will do better. And she's saying that's the reason why she keeps coming in your dreams, because it's her way of saying that you're becoming closer, and that is going to manifest in the 3D reality. You guys are going to get closer because that's what she wants. She wants to be with you. She wants to get together to with she wants to get together with you. She wants to spend a life with you, and she is going to make it happen. Both of you are going to make it happen. Hence why a lot of dreams are coming through. So it's really, really looking very good. Like it's looking very, so the combined energy feels there's a lot of gold, which indicates growth and multi-dimensional experiences, and messages. You guys are communicating a lot with each other telepathically, so it's a great period of growth and reunion. I see reunion coming for the both of you very, very soon, and you're going to live extremely, extremely fulfilling lives together. With that, Nimit, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling, and your guides want you to know that great things are coming for you in the career front as well. And SPJs, it's like everything is going to come to you all at once. So keep on surrendering to God, keep on connecting to the universe, and everything will be fine. With that, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling, and happy Easter to you too, Nimit, and all the best to you. With that, guys, I highly recommend you guys book a spot for the Twin Flame solar eclipse healing and also the Mercury retrograde healing. With that, I will see you all next week. Take care and love you all, and bye bye. And Nimit says, thank you so much, Vaish. Appreciate all that you do for us all, as always, with much pleasure. All right, guys, see you all next week. Take care. Bye bye.